Shalom, shalom. Bless y'all. My daughter likes to run around on all fours for some reason sometimes. She thinks she's a lion, a little lioness. Harlow, walk. Walk like a normal person. She's funny. Either way. But bless y'all. I just wanted to come on here real quick. See how the family doing out there, man, on Facebook Live. Either way, you see the title. Either way. Been up to couple little things here in the McLean household. See if I can flip this camera here. As you can see, we bought these probably say a few days ago, about 3 or 4 days ago. Got a bunch of little seeds here. These are organic seeds called from Seed Now. Our Seeds Now that we purchased. As you can see the name on it. Some organic seeds. They got some really great ratings. But as you can see, we got blueberries, which we're going to be planting those in the spring, as well as we're going to be planting carrots. We got some purple carrots. We got some regular carrots. We got some red kale, which I already have planted, and I'm just doing an experiment, but we're going to also plant that in the spring as well if it doesn't work out. Blue dark Blake basil. Something else we have planted, seeing if it'll work out. If it don't work out, oh well, we'll plant it again, because we got some seeds left over, so we'll plant it again in the spring, see if we can get something growing. Some collard greens, some basil. That's that Gino basil. I just call it Gino, either way. Some cilantro, because we want to make sure that we're growing plenty of cilantro, because it's a astringent. I guess it pulls a lot of different heavy metals and toxins out your body. So we've been really trying to get a lot of cilantro and limes in the household to be able to use and things like that. We got mustard greens, blue kale. That's another one that I have planted already as well. See how it grows indoors, because it's winter. We up in Michigan, so it's winter. We'll see how it grows on the indoors. It's like an experiment. Our first time actually planting stuff. So parsley, I know parsley do pretty well in the winter indoors. So we have that as well. We have some thyme growing. And here's some more thyme seeds for spring. A lot of these are going to get planted in the spring. And, hey, if y'all got some suggestions of what to plant during the winter, cool. Let me know. And, bless you, Brother Donovan. Shalom, brother. And we have these little pods here with it, too, as you can see. So they look like a little coin, man. But they get pretty dang big. So it's actually really nice to have, because all you do is set them in some warm water for about 5 minutes, and they expand pretty large, which I'm going to show y'all in a minute here. And then I got some Epsom salt for soil. Hey, shalom, brother Israel. Shalom, my brother. Bless you, man. Ain't seen you in a while, brother. Shoot. Man, starting to miss my brother, man. But yeah, I ain't seen you in a while, my brother. Either way, bless you. So that's what we got so far. We're looking to get more. If y'all got any suggestions for the winter, please let us know. Here we go with what we got. I put them in this little recycled cheesecake container. You know what I'm saying? So we can keep some humidity in here while they're germinating. And so here they are right there. This right here is the blue basil. This is basil. And this right here is the dark basil. And so you see they already germinating and they already growing. We got kale. Kale is right here. Kale is right here. So I ain't seen nothing from them yet. We got thyme right there. That was a free pack that they gave me for free. So I just kind of used it. But it's a little bag. They come in these little bags. As you can see how big they grow. You know what I mean? They grow pretty dang big. And they look like little baggies. It's pretty cool looking, actually. But as they germinate, you keep this little tray on top of them, and you see all that condensation. it produces a lot of this condensation so it can grow better. You know what I mean? And that's how you know you're actually doing right by it, is when you see all this condensation on the outside of the lid, on the inside of the lid. And then it starts growing like crazy. So there's about 3 days in. So I think it's about 3 or 4 days in, and the basils are already sprouting up. And let me see something here. And growing leaves on it. Y'all know I know a lot about technology, so you know. So as you can see, they already sprouting up and growing leaves. Same thing with the thyme. It's just germinating like crazy and growing, which is cool. So I also got an avocado over here that I'm trying to experiment with. I need a lot of sunlight, so I don't know how well it's gonna do. And I also got this romaine, you know, spices, herb, you know. So I believe it's rosemary. I'm sorry, not romaine, but rosemary. So, you know, I bought it store-bought, and then I replanted it to just kind of see, what I need to do with it. Replanted it. It grew a lot since I replanted it, and then I put it in this little pot here because we drink a lot of water. All I did was cut the top off the water. Oh, snap. Hold up. Right. All I did was cut the top off the water and replanted inside the top portion of it. I put a few little holes at the bottom of the cap. So once I put water into the soil, it'll just drain out the bottom of the cap and catch down there in the pan. So it just made it a lot easier for me to do. And it gave it more room to grow. And we've already kind of trimmed it up. We chopped them up. We put them in some spaghetti, and it tastes great. You know, fresh rosemary and spaghetti. Good for high blood pressure, my brother. Yeah, that's good to know. Because my mother actually has high blood pressure. So that's good to know. So I'll let her know that too, and we'll research that a little bit more on how to use it for high blood pressure. Because I didn't know that, you know. So thank you for sharing that with me, brother. Also, what we doing here is we are germinating some of our lentils. So I don't know if you can see that, but they're starting to sprout. And from what I understand, that's the best time to actually eat them, is when you see all them bubbles right there. That's something that shouldn't be going in our body. So that stuff right there that we need to get out our food so we don't digest in our body. It makes our body highly acidic. So like when you pee and your urine burns and all that stuff, it means that your body is full of acid. It's highly acidic, and you gotta clean out your kidneys or something like that. But yeah, that's not good for your body. But you see that sprout right there? So it's starting to sprout. And from what I understand, that's the best time to actually eat it, when it's actually sprouted rather than anything. So yeah, we're doing that with the lentils and soaking them. We're gonna be doing that with beans. This is all like an experiment, seeing how we do, and we're just trying to keep track of everything as we go. But yeah, I mean, I've been saying it for a while now that if we just, start growing our own food, like, of course, to cure famine or whatever it may be, we start growing our own food at our own homes, then it's the thing is to where you won't have to worry about, starving. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about the shortage of food and what they're putting in our food at the grocery stores, all that other stuff. Just take back control of your diet, take back control of and it only takes a little bit of labor of love that comes from you and your family. Hey, chill. It's a little bit of labor of love that comes from you and your family. You can even share it with the saints, things like that, or with your brothers and sisters, things like that. And it takes a little bit of labor of love. Take control of your health, of your diet, because man, we eat like crap. Real talk, we eat like crap, and I think that we've been doing pretty good. We've been doing a vegetarian type of diet to where we haven't eaten meat consistently in a long time. I think the only time we really eat meat is on Shabbats, and that's our on Sabbath, which is Saturday, and that's the only time we ever really have any meat or anything like that. Other than that, we don't even really care, don't think about it, don't buy it. And that's just because you don't know what's in the meat. you have no clue what's in the meat. It's not even really good for you either. So, we've been staying away from all that. We've been doing a pretty good job with it, coming up with meals that are more vegetarian meals. And but pretty soon, because I just did it's gonna kind of be pretty nasty, man. But I did like this test, this urine test. All right, TMI. I know. Either way, I did just like this urine test to where I peed into a masonry jar, and just to let it sit for about 24 hours to see how my kidneys are filtering. You know what I mean? Because I got it from a guy named Yaki Awakening. He knows his thing when it comes to herbs and all that other stuff. Man, you take a mason jar, go ahead and pee in it, let it sit for 24 hours. See if you got a lot of settlement in it. See if you should see a big cloud of white, almost like snowflakes in it after 24 hours. If you don't see a big cloud of white, like snowflakes inside your urine after 24 hours, then that means that your kidneys are highly acidic. And that means you got a lot of acid in your body and they're not filtering properly. So that leads to diabetes, that leads to high blood pressure, hypertension, that leads to a lot of diseases that we deal with nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to try that, try it. Test it out, see how it goes for you. And then that way you'll understand what to do moving forward with your health. And if you've eaten something that's way high, too much acid in it, or if you need to clean out and the way that you clean out your colon or your kidneys, the way you clean out your kidneys so they'll filter properly is that you start eating more fruits, melons. You start eating more melons. You start eating more like strawberries, blueberries, things like that. And then you strictly on that diet and you just eat that. That's what you eat, period. You don't eat anything outside of nuts and berries and melons, and drink a lot of water, fast, because that's all throughout the Bible is to fast. And this is the reason why, so your body can be able to fight different bacteria and germs and push out a lot of different toxins out your system. And that's why the Most High wants us to do it so often. But that's kind of how you do it. You know what I mean? Just so I won't be putting nothing out there. So y'all like, damn, oh shit, you mentioned it, but I don't know what to do. But either way. So that's what I'm saying. I took that little test or I did that test for myself, and that's what I'm going to start doing. And I'm gonna have the whole family, even down to the children, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Even down to the children are going to be doing the urine test as well, just to be sure that their kidneys are filtering properly at their young age. And the whole family is going to go on a strictly fruits, melons, nuts, you know what I mean, and water diet, for quite some time until we get those kidneys filtering just right, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll go back to being either vegan or vegetarian, and then only eat meat on Shabbats, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all real quick. I know that the debate's coming up here pretty soon, I think. Should come on at 7 o'clock because I'm here in Michigan. So, well, bless y'all, all right? Y'all take care of yourselves, okay? Shalom, shalom.